Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
As many of you know, Wingspan has been a fan favorite engine building game for years, winning awards and drawing players in with its beautiful artwork and smooth gameplay. And now we have Finspan, which takes that same core game idea, but guess what? We're going underwater, and it's offering a new way to explore nature through its unique gameplay mechanics. But the big question is, are these games different enough to own both, or is Finspan just a reskinned version of Wingspan? So my goal today is to try to break down where they're similar, where they're different, and really which one might be the best fit for your collection. By the end, hopefully you're going to be able to make a decision whether you should just stick with one or maybe dive in and own both like I do. I do want to let you know that I purchased both of these games on my own. The only money that's exchanged hands was me paying Stonemaier for these games. So Wingspan is an engine building game where you play as a bird enthusiast managing a wildlife preserve. Each turn you choose one of three habitats, forest, grassland, or wetland, to take actions like gathering food, laying eggs, or drawing bird cards. The key to success is playing cards strategically, as each one adds a new ability that triggers when you use its habitat. The game encourages players to create powerful combinations by chaining bird abilities together to maximize points. Now, scoring is going to come from multiple sources, including bird cards, eggs, end of round bonuses, and hidden personal objectives, making for a very engaging and rewarding experience, in my opinion. So what about Finspan? Finspan shifts this formula into the ocean, where you are a marine researcher diving through different oceanic zones. Instead of simply playing fish cards, you're actively discovering species and observing their life cycle. So over the course of 4 weeks, each representing a round in the game, you're collecting eggs, you're hatching young fish, and eventually forming schools of fish, which can create major points. So unlike Wingspan, where you build this flexible engine, Finspan focuses on a more structured progression system as you move deeper into the ocean. The game also introduces different dive sites that each specialize in certain actions. Now, though this can be similar to Wingspan, it is a little bit different with the zones that are represented in Finspan. So at first glance, I totally understand why many think that Wingspan and Finspan seem like they just swapped birds for fish. But the theme does a lot to shape how each game feels. Wingspan is all about observing and attracting birds to your wildlife preserve, celebrating bird watching, and conservation. In contrast, Finspan immerses you in marine biology, exploring how fish grow and interact in their natural habitat. The atmospheric differences are noticeable. The calming nature of Wingspan is replaced with a more dynamic, exploratory feel in Finspan, where you're constantly diving deeper into the unknown. If you love nature-themed games, both of these offer immersive experiences, but the way they connect you to their respective ecosystems is quite distinct. Wingspan gives players a lot of freedom to build their engine in any direction they choose, making it a game where adaptability and long-term planning shine. You decide which birds to play and in which habitat, creating a unique strategy each game. Finspan, on the other hand, introduces a more structured flow, where the fish life cycle guides your decisions. You can't just play cards at will. You need to grow eggs into young fish and then form schools. This makes Finspan feel more like a journey with clear phases of progression rather than an open-ended engine-building experience. If you prefer flexibility and strategy, Wingspan is much more forgiving, whereas Finspan challenges you to work within its structured ecosystem. Both games require strategic thinking, but Wingspan leans more into combo building, while Finspan focuses on efficiency and timing. In Wingspan, the challenge comes from optimizing how birds interact with each other, chaining abilities for powerful turns. Whereas Finspan, the key is timing, when to collect eggs, when to hatch them, and when to consolidate schools for maximum points. Since dive sites specialize in certain actions, there's a puzzle-like element to choosing the best path each game. If you love planning big combos, Wingspan will scratch that itch. But if you prefer structured decision-making and progression-based strategy, I think that Finspan might be the better fit. So let me break it down. Choose Wingspan if you love birds and engine building and freedom of strategy. You enjoy creating powerful card combinations and adapting your strategy each game. You want a game with multiple expansions that add depth and variety. You prefer a slightly more relaxed, open-ended gameplay experience, and you appreciate games that allow for different paths to victory. Wingspan definitely offers flexibility and creativity. I would then suggest that you choose Finspan if you're fascinated by marine life and enjoy underwater exploration. You like structured progression and the life cycle mechanics rather than open-ended engine building. You enjoy games where efficiency and timing play a bigger role than pure combination building. You want a fresh take on Wingspan's core mechanics with a new challenge. That would also justify you purchasing Finspan. Or you appreciate games that require forward planning while still offering room for tactical adjustments. Why would you get both? Well, you love nature-themed games and want to explore both land and sea ecosystems. Easy choice. You enjoy Wingspan's system already, but want more variety and a different approach and strategy. Or you have a mix of gaming preferences in your group, some who love engine building and some who enjoy structured progression. You're a fan of beautiful artwork. I mean, come on guys, these are gorgeous. And maybe you purchase both because you just can't resist a good game about birds and fish. That was me. I couldn't resist. At the end of the day, Wingspan and Finspan share a design philosophy, but I really do believe that they offer distinct gameplay experiences. One is about building an engine that grows over time, while the other is about strategically navigating an underwater ecosystem. So if you love Wingspan but want something fresh, Finspan is definitely worth a look. But if you're only looking to add one of these to your collection, it really comes down to whether you prefer the flexibility of birds or the structured life cycle and growth of fish. Let me know in the comments which one you choose. Or if you choose both, like I did. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future reviews and playthroughs and game comparisons that I do. And if you're looking for more board game recommendations, you can check out my other playlist and videos down below. I will have them linked. I dive into my favorite solo games, family picks, and if you haven't seen my top 100, be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching and happy gaming.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down